Our next speaker is Yassaim Demikin. She's a graduate student in the Department of Family and Consumer Sciences, and her topic today is about the relationship between knowledge about nutrition and daily practice.
Today is February 19th. We're 50 days into 2016. How many of you have made New Year resolutions? Now, how many of you have kept it? Most Americans make New Year resolutions. Now, I want you to think about your resolution. Is it healthy eating? Exercise? Weight loss? These happen to be the most popular goals. And when you make such plans, where do you go for nutrition advice? Do you go to your doctor? Neither do I. And why would I expect that? According to recent polls, less than a quarter of doctors say they've had sufficient training to provide nutrition advice for their patients. We live in a society where we idealize slim and athletic bodies. But in reality, 68% of adults are considered either obese or overweight. And diseases such as diabetes and heart disease are being diagnosed in children at alarming rates. So, we have diet books, we have celebrity-endorsed programs, and we have what seems like infinite amount of information on the net. But yet, we have an obesity epidemic. Is there a lack of information? I don't think so. I believe there's information overload, that people don't know what to believe. They don't know what to do. So where's a place where we can provide people basic knowledge of nutrition? I suggest the classroom may be a great place, which is the subject of my research. But before I dive deep into the details of my proposal, I want to give you a glimpse into why our society may be confused and overweight. This is Mr. Keyes. He is the man behind what are known as starvation studies. He's also the man behind World War II K rations. He graced the cover of Time magazine in 1969. And in this article, he discussed his observational study. He suggested that saturated fats may be associated with heart disease. Saturated fats are found in foods such as butter, milk, cheese, red meat, all the good stuff. No, let's fast forward to 1984. A new enemy arose: cholesterol. This extensive 10-page article was based on a 10-year study where researchers noted less heart attacks and less cardiac-related deaths in the experimental group that was receiving cholesterol-lowering medication. Mind you, this study had nothing to do with the effects of food on cholesterol. Yet it was titled Hold the Eggs on Butter. Fast forward 30 years to 2014. Time magazine tells us eat more butter. This did not go unnoticed. It triggered many responses from different institutes, with headlines such as, "Is butter really back?" So, what are we to make of this? How do we expect the public to understand this? I suggest the classroom is a great place to start teaching people about the basic facts of nutrition. Now let me ask you, do you know how to read nutrition labels? Do you understand the meaning behind daily value? What's the difference between saturated and unsaturated fats? And what's their implication on our health? And whatever is gluten? These are a few of the many things students learn when they enroll in the Upper Division Nutrition course, Health Science 337. I've been an in-class student assistant for this course for the past 6 semesters. And I've had students come up to me in the hallways in the library to tell me their success stories. I've heard anecdotal reports of weight loss, healthy eating, and some just express pure delight in the knowledge that they've gained. This, of course, has inspired me to look a little deeper and investigate if there could be dietary changes that occur after students take this course. I'm going to administer a pre-test and a post-test that's going to evaluate students' knowledge and dietary quality. And after I do this, I want to see if they improve their knowledge. And if they do improve their knowledge, I want to know by how much. And if they do improve, do they sustain it for at least 6 months? To evaluate knowledge, I'll be using the Consumer Nutrition Knowledge Scale. And to evaluate quality of nutrition, I'll be using the National Institute of Health Diet History Questionnaire. I'm still in the early stages of my project, but I've been looking at literature, and it indicates improved knowledge does improve dietary quality by a small margin. For example, in a class-based nutrition education program at Midwest University, researchers noted decreased intakes of soda and increased consumption of fruits and vegetables. Even educational programs designed for the elderly have shown promising results. But are these changes sustainable? It's still unclear, which is why we need more research. I'm a nutrition major. I see myself as an educator, challenging and changing society one advice at a time. But as I'm doing this project, what I'm learning is that education is just one piece of the puzzle. Maybe our cues to overcome obesity should take some examples from smoking. Just a few decades ago, smoking was a public health crisis. But we've cut smoking by half between 1964 and 2014. This is because of education, public policy, and health campaigns. Our very own campus has implemented a no smoking policy. But unlike smoking, food is essential for our survival and nurtures not only our body, but is also a great unifier across cultures. And if we have too much of it, it could be our demise. We've tried many things to curb obesity. Policymakers have contemplated barring fast foods from opening near schools. We have the Let's Move campaign by the First Lady, Michelle Obama. We have soda ballots. School teachers are adopting the whip and the nay-nay to get kids moving. There's sad posters. You name it, we're trying it. Despite all the efforts flowing from different venues, obesity and obesity-related diseases are still on the rise. I have had firsthand experience with this. I've had firsthand experience with this battle. I'm born and raised in Ethiopia. When I came to the US, I was 15 years old and 110 pounds. By the time I celebrated my 16th birthday, I was nearly obese. As a teenager, I felt depressed and I didn't like the way I looked. But what I didn't think about was the health consequences that may arise. 80% of all obese individuals suffer from some sort of metabolic disorder, such as diabetes, blood pressure, or abnormal cholesterol levels. My battle started because of a change in my environment. I came to a world of fat and sugar abundance. But most of you are born in it. This is where public policy and health campaigns play a part to change our current food environment. And education is still one piece of the puzzle. And one place to start is the classroom. Imagine, what if we have nutrition courses that are not meant to be just informational, but also motivational? What if these changes, these knowledge changes, cause nutrition to change in students that will last for weeks, for months, or maybe a lifetime? What if we can stick to our New Year resolutions and live by the wise words of Hippocrates? Let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine thy food. Thank you.